Hi everyone, welcome to Dennis Deep Cuts, the 62nd episode of this fine YouTube series. I am back. Let's see what happens. So I haven't been posting it for quite a while, and there are some quite obvious reasons for that. And if you know, you know. If you don't know, I will tell you. I'm going to tell you about why I haven't posted, and I'm going to tell you about what I got coming up in the future. Basically, that's kind of what it is. Like, I did an episode a long time ago where I asked, would you be interested in me talking about all my different projects? And the response was, it was fine, but I was like, it feels so self-indulgent to talk about myself, because I want to use this channel to talk about music that I love and to support other artists and musicians. But since what went down this summer, I want to talk a little bit about what happened, how I'm doing, and what my future plans are. Yeah, let's do it. So on the 13th of June this summer, I had a massive heart attack. I was at a hotel in Uppsala. We were getting ready to do our comeback show with Refuse. We had played in over 4 years. We were supposed to play a huge festival in Stockholm the next day. And I woke up with insane chest pains. Felt like I was on fire. It was pretty horrible. But I was mere minutes away from one of the best hospitals in Sweden, and I'm insanely grateful for the medical system that we have set up in Sweden. They blew up some arteries in my heart and made sure that I am doing pretty well. It's hereditary. I'm like trying to be like the healthiest person alive, but that didn't help. But then again, my dad had a stroke when he was in his 50s. My uncle had a heart attack when he was in his late 40s. My granddad had a heart attack, so on and so forth. So it wasn't really much that I could do to prevent this from happening. And by doctor's account, me living a really healthy lifestyle probably made it so that I didn't have a heart attack earlier. This, of course, led to the fact that, that Stockholm show didn't happen, and everything over the summer got canceled. And I told myself that I need to take a break from everything. So over the summer I didn't do anything. I didn't answer emails. I didn't play guitar. I didn't do anything, which was extremely boring. And that is why I haven't been doing any episodes. And then I took a decision that most of the activities that was planned for this fall and winter was also going to be moved or canceled. So I want to talk a little bit about that and my plans for the future, and how my different projects and bands have been affected by this and stuff like that. I'm feeling pretty great under the circumstances. I feel really good. I lost cardio, which was kind of frustrating, but I'm working on getting my cardio back. And apart from that, the only thing is the mental aspect of having lived through a weird trauma like this, that I'm super sensitive now. So as soon as anything in my body hurts remotely, I'm like, what is this? What's happening? Which is super common, and that's something that I need to get over and sort of put myself in a situation where I hope this is not going to happen again. With correct medicine and so on and so forth, I should be able to live a life as full on as before. So that's why I haven't been posting. That's why I haven't been active here lately. But I'm back. I feel really good, and I feel really optimistic about the future. So now let's do a quick rundown of all my different projects and what we have going on. First band I want to talk about is Invasion. We put out a record in 2022 called Let the Night Love You, which I'm super proud of. If you haven't checked it out, you should check it out. It's pretty awesome. And then last year we put out an EP called How Far We've Fallen, and we put out a live record live at Clouds Hill. So it's a good year. We were supposed to record a record in September, which obviously did not happen. It got moved. So Invasion is planning on recording a new record February next year. So this fall, I'm going to be working on a new Invasion record. That was the plan, to do this Refused show, and then over the summer get the Invasion record, sorted. But now I'm going to do this over the fall. And then we'll record the record early next year, and then maybe release late next year as the Refused activity is starting to wind down. So that's Invasion. So a band that directly ties in with Invasion is, of course, Venice Casino, because Sarah, that plays bass in Invasion, also plays bass and sings in Venice Casino. Venice Casino is a fun little punk band that we had. It started kind of as a pandemic project, but then it just turned into this great little band. We also have Thomas on drums. You might know him from bands such as Cult of Luna, or if you're Swedish, you know him from the Deportees, or if you're into sports, you saw him at the Olympic closing ceremony playing drums for Phoenix, which is one of the gigs that he has had for quite some time. It's like the Phoenix live drummer. And also our friend Kaisa is playing guitar and singing. She plays in a band called Rome is Not a Town. It's pretty fantastic. Last year we put out a record called Venice Casino, only on vinyl, no streaming, no such nonsense. It's a vinyl only release. I think there's still a couple of copies left of the second pressing of this album. And then in May, before all my heart attack nonsense, we recorded record number 2, and here is the test pressing of Venice Casino number 2. I mean, it's not that exciting, it's just a test pressing. And this is a record that will be released later this year. We have a limited edition 7-inch coming out late October, and I would guess, we don't have a set release date yet, but I would guess this is going to come out late November. And this is also going to be the only band that I'm going to play a couple of shows with, because I just play guitar and kind of dance around a little bit. We're going to play a couple of shows this fall, and maybe some shows during the springtime when Refused is not playing. We don't have a booking agent, so if you want to see us live, just get in touch and we'll come and play. So, but yeah, Venice Casino album number 2 coming out later this year. It's super exciting. More punk music. I play in a band called Fake Names, together with the all-star lineup of Brian Baker from Minor Threat, Dag Nasty, Bad Religion, and so on and so forth on guitar. We have Michael Hampton that played in SOA, Henry Rollins' first band, and he was also in Faith and Embrace and a quite underrated band Manifesto. He also plays guitar. And then we have Johnny Temple from Soulside, Girls Against Boys, and New Wet Kojak on bass, and on drums we have Brendan Canty, played in bands such as Deadline, Rites of Springs, Fugazi, and the Mysterics. We put out a record last year, Expendables, fantastic punk record out on Epitaph. Our plan and ambition was to tour Europe this fall, but Brian Baker has a very busy schedule, and then someone in the band had a heart attack, so that's not happening. Instead, we've decided that we're gonna write new songs. So we're working on new demos for album number 3. Still early days, but we have a bunch of cool songs, and hopefully we'll record in a foreseeable future. And I'm hoping that Fake Names will do some touring. Maybe not next year, we'll see. I would love to take Fake Names to Europe and play in Europe with Fake Names. It'd be fantastic. So Fake Names working on album number 3, and that is something that I'm also going to do over the fall, just write for that record. So that's pretty exciting. All right, let's get into the Refused / Refused adjacent projects that people want to hear about. First, I'm going to talk about Backen Geland. Backen Geland is a band that me, Magnus, and David from Refused does together with Mats Gustafsson, free jazz saxophone player extraordinaire. He's been playing with bands such as Sonic Youth, and he's been playing with Thurston Moore. He has a ton of his own bands, Fire Orchestra, The Thing, so on and so forth. We did a really nice episode together where we talked about jazz music and record collecting that you should check out. We did a record a while back that's just been sort of sitting, and then now it's done. Artwork's done, mixed mastered. We have a record label in the Finnish Svart Records that's going to release the album. I will assume that it will maybe be next year sometime. It's pretty fantastic. The music is kind of a doom metal, free jazz, funk type of thing. When I say it like that, it sounds super weird, but When you hear it, you'll get it. It's super cool, improvised, and tons of fun. So that record is coming out, I would say, next year. And it's going to be a cool record. And then hopefully in the future, we'll play more shows and we'll record more music. It's very loose and it's very improvised, and it's very, very different from anything I do with all my other bands. But I love it. It's pretty fantastic. So back in Geland, record's actually coming out soon. All right, Refused news that you've all been waiting for. I mean, if you haven't lived on the rock the last couple of weeks, we went out pretty hard with a statement saying that Refused is breaking up next year. We're doing a farewell tour, and then we're releasing a Shape of Punk to Come 25th year anniversary edition. The day when I had my heart attack, we were supposed to go out with a press release saying Refused to fucking dead, which is insane, of course. The festival in Stockholm was to be like the starting point, and then we were supposed to do 15 shows over this fall and winter, and before we were supposed to pack it in. That was the original plan. And then I had my heart attack and everything changed, and obviously everything this fall got moved or canceled. And we said, what are we going to do next year? And after this conversation, we said, let's do it, but let's do it for real. The tour dates for the US tour is already out, and a couple of those shows are already sold out, which is fantastic. We're looking into festivals over the summer. We're looking into doing a European tour. We're looking at South America, Australia, anything that we can fit into it. We're finishing off in Sweden next fall/winter. That's the tentative plan for the next year. I would love to play anywhere we can, but of course, as life, as you know, like logistics, timing, economy, you know, families, etc., we won't be able to play everywhere, and which is a shame. But the good news is that instead of 15 shows, we might end up doing something maybe like 50 shows next year, which is pretty fantastic. Yeah, so that's the plan for Refused. We're doing a full year of touring next year. A little bit of a celebration of the Shape record, and also celebration of a long, cool career that we had together. And we want people to come out, and if you want to hear any songs, let us know. We'll play all the songs people want to hear. And then that Shape 25-year anniversary edition will come out. It's pretty awesome. I might do an unboxing here if I get it in reasonable time. Yeah, so that's what we got in store for Refused. A little bit of bonus. My old band, the International Noise Conspiracy, we are looking at getting all the records re-released on vinyl. They've been out of print for a long time, and the last two records, Arm, Love, and Cross My Calling, was not even released on vinyl in the States. So that's something that we're looking into. That's something we're working on. Hopefully we can do it in a cool way with bonus tracks and liner notes and nice photos, etc., etc. So that's a cool thing that I'm also working on. That being said, one of the things I like to take out of this, like what happened to me in this heart attack, and is that I'm gonna try not to do everything all the time, because that's kind of been how I lived my life for these past 50 years, just full on everything all the time. I'm going to try to space it out a little bit more. I'm going to try to be more focused, and I'm not going to push myself as hard as I have, which means every YouTube channel is going to be active. Every other week I'm going to do an episode, and if I don't have the time or the energy, I'm not going to do it. But my ambition is to do it every other week. And then, as I said, to summarize, like this fall, Venice Casino record out. I'm going to work on Invasion, Fake Names. Next year it's going to be pretty much all Refused. And then, you know, who knows, pick up after that and move on and do other stuff. But that's where we're at. I want to thank everyone that reached out, everyone that texted me, everyone that sent me a message on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. it really, really means a lot to me. The support and the love that you gave me after my heart attack was overwhelming. I cried a lot because, you know, it's crazy to see that outpour of love. I think a lot of people, it resonated with them because I am a healthy person. I'm still pretty young. So thank you so much. It really means the world to me, and it is what keeps me going. But yeah, next time, I'm not going to talk about myself. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being here with me. Until next time, my friends, stay wild. Bye-bye.